Another Thursday. Want to thank everybody tuning in to Tuesday's show. Truly appreciate you guys. Thanks again for tuning in to tonight's show. This is the mailbag for the Focus TV. What this is if you guys are watching along on Tuesday evenings, you know, we would love to interact with you guys. We'd love to answer you. But due to like that compressed time where we're trying to get so much information across to you guys, we don't always get a chance to. So that's why we do the mailbag on Thursday. So we can get a chance to reply to everything you guys have to say, share some thoughts, and also just when different stuff happens. You know, we had some things happen this evening in the world of sports. Get another chance to talk to you guys. So thanks for tuning in over on Facebook and right here on Bliss FM. We got Damo Rowe here with us. That's a guy who does all the gifts there in the Tuesday show. So he gets a chance to, you know, you guys get to hear what's on Damo's mind on Thursdays. We got Cardell Dudley, one of our three-person co-host group. So, you know, Cardell is calling in tonight. What's going on, sir?
What's going on, man? Happy to finally be here. See what this about.
All right. Yeah, man, you know, it's just fun times, man. Nothing too major. But I know we got a couple topics tonight. Okay. So the first one we're going to talk about is Philly. After trading Jahlil Okafor and Nick Stauskas, along with a second rounder for Trevor Booker, does that make Philly stronger? Just like, I guess we just want to look at both sides of this trade. What does it do for Philly and what does it do for the Nets? Cardell, you go first, and Damo, and we'll get Jarrell just walked in. We'll get Jarrell in. And if I have something to say, I'll chime in.
Well, first of all, I want to say I'm happy for Jahlil Okafor. I understand the business side that Philly didn't just want to give up a talented player, you know, for nothing. But I just feel like it was real wrong what they've done to him over the last 2.5, 3 years. If you don't want to play him, let him go. And, you know, just for him to ride on the bench is just, you know, because I guess he don't fit in their schemes or something. It's not right. But I'm just glad he get a fresh start. And if I'm him, I use it as motivation to pretty much murder the league. You know, simple as that. You know, it's funny how people try to say that he wasn't, you know, that talented, that good. I mean, the dude averaged 17 and 7 as a rookie. You know, it's vets that never accomplished that. So he can do something. You know, maybe he had to alter his game a little bit to fit in, I guess, with today's systems, maybe. You know, for sure, definitely improved defensively. But the boy is a technician on that block. I know that much. And I know he's a willing rebounder. So, you know, he can help the team. So he get his opportunity to, you know, show what he can do. And I'm just happy for his first start. But I also feel like Booker adds more depth to the Sixers, you know. So Embiid don't really have to carry that load down there. And him and Sark, you know, and even Ben, that's first when he got to go down there. And you know, the Sixers are loaded on the perimeter, you know, with Covington and, you know, McConnell and all those guys, J.J. Redick. Then, of course, when Markelle gets back. So, you know, Stauskas wasn't really playing that much anyway. So, you know, it's a good trade for both sides. And, you know, Booker's a veteran to come and add some toughness, some versatility, can shoot, can run the floor, can finish. So, you know, I like the trade for both teams. And, yes, I do feel like it made Philly a little bit stronger. And, you know, I think they just going to continue to do the damage they've been doing all season.
All right, Damo.
I love the trade. It's great that it happened today, a day after Quinn Cook got his first start for the Golden State Warriors. So I'm very proud of those two. Those two, they've been working at their craft for a very long time. Like Cardell said, he averaged, 17 and 7? That's crazy. Like, I don't even understand why he was sitting on the bench, honestly. And he worked so hard, and he handled the situation so great from a PR standpoint. He said what he had to say during the interview, but he didn't do too much. But outside of that, so it was a great trade. He goes to Brooklyn with D'Angelo Russell, so they get to start from the bottom with two nice pieces, and then they can work around that. They can add pieces, continue to add pieces, draft picks, free agency. So I love the trade.
All right, Dap.
I agree with Dom and Cardell. I definitely love the trade for both teams. Having two dynamic pieces with Okafor and Russell, that could be, you know, a big man, a young guard, athletic.
Mm-hmm.
They can score. They can hold down both sides of the court. I mean, that'll be something interesting to see. And then with the Sixers, you get Booker, quality veteran, adds depth to their bench, another big. So they're still tall, and that's one thing that we talk about in our private conversations about how big the Sixers are. Like, they're big and they're able to move. That's something Booker can do, and he can shoot. So quality, like 10 points off the bench, it's not bad. So it's both trades. Both sides get a W.
Yeah, I'm think this is we all on the same page on the board. I'll make mine short. You guys pretty much said everything. The thing I love about Booker going over there is they got obviously he's not Draymond, but you get a Draymond type voice on that defensive end. You got somebody who's not gonna let the young boys quit on defense whatsoever. That's a grinder. It's a banger. It's a nice veteran piece to have on a team with so many youngsters, and JJ Redick's no longer the only veteran voice. I mean, obviously he's gonna cut into Amir Johnson's minutes, but that's on him. But yeah, I love it for Philly, for Brooklyn. Fresh start for Ja. He's deserved a fresh start for a minute. For Brooklyn, you don't have a pick this year, so because Cleveland has it. So I mean, that's not bad. You get a former first rounder, in a midseason, not a midseason trade, but in a trade. So I mean, it kind of makes up for the loss of not having a pick, depending on how, what Ja does while he's there this year. All right, the second thing, Roger Goodell got an extension with all this crazy stuff going on in the NFL. So everybody want to share their thoughts on that? We'll start down the line with Cardell again and work all the way back around to me.
I'm just happy it pissed Jerry Jones off his saying that's what made me happy about it. But I mean, honestly, yeah, I mean, it don't really. Hey man,
it doesn't move the needle for you.
I just feel like the players. So like, really, what I'm saying? He get all that money and stuff like that with all these clauses. Players gonna still have guaranteed contracts and stuff. It's just a lot of things that could be done. But I really, I know he's not a favorite amongst the NFL, but he has done some good things, to be fair, as far as the league and stuff. Not even being afraid to go after, I guess, the good old boy, franchises when their players mess up and stuff like that. Like Jerry Jones, when he tried to strong arm him out of there because he suspended Zeke and all that. So, it's all good, man. I just feel like it's, he definitely has some work to do because he got even the ball for the players as far as getting guaranteed pay and definitely taking care of the former players who been banged up and can't take care of themselves. They owe it to them because those players made the NFL what it is today.
Damo?
That last statement is how I'm going to start this off, because the players make the NFL. If the players don't agree with that contract, I don't understand how it can happen. Now, I know the owners are in it together and they make money together, but I feel like Roger Goodell, during his reign, he has made the game of football like a peewee league. It's not the football I grew up watching, the Ray Lewis's, the Sean Taylors. Just contact, Like Mike Mitchell said, it's a grown man's game. If you don't want them to play grown man football, hand them some flags. He has the league. He gets to find people at his say. There's no specific way that they go about finding people and suspending people. I love what he did with the Ezekiel Elliott case. He kept going with that. He fought with that. But besides that, he's made the league very soft, in my opinion. So,
yeah.
5 years. Not $200, not $200,000, $200 million.
Crazy.
That's a bigger contract than any other football player, correct?
Mm-hmm. Look,
and that's guaranteed, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
That's straight direct deposit, no questions.
I mean, the contract alone with, guaranteed lifetime jet, access to a lifetime jet, healthcare benefits for his kids.
Mm-hmm.
Those were outrageous to me. I'm not going to say he's the worst commissioner we've ever had, because every commissioner has his highs and lows. Now, granted, he took a lot of fun out of football. The game has become soft because we know more about CTE and a lot of things going with the brain injuries and stuff like that. I'm not going to say he's the best, I don't really know how to feel. Like, $200 million?
Of our lifetime, he might be the worst.
I mean, Tagliabue was dope. I like Tagliabue. And Goodell, when he came in, he was stern but fair.
Mm-hmm.
The fines, they go to the charities of his choice or the league's choice. He's definitely expanded the game globally. We're in London a lot more. Thursday night.
Which the players do not like.
I mean, they don't like it, but, they want the visibility. They want the limelight. You want those contracts. But it just for him to get a contract bigger than the top quarterbacks, the top running backs, the top everything. 5 years, $200 million, that's guaranteed. And basically, with a commissioner, that's what, 5 in league history. So unless the league votes him out, which Jerry Jones tried and failed to do, or he retires, or God forbid he dies, we're gonna be seeing a lot more of him, and the contract's gonna go higher and higher.
Yeah, it's just, for me, it's just kind of everything that was wrong with football. Like Draymond said, just taking a bit of what he said maybe a month ago, talking about football and what the differences. It's more of that owner type vibe to football than some of the other big sports. Because of that, the discrepancy, it's a huge gap between what the owners are making, the executives, compared to the players. Mm-hmm. So him getting paid that much, I mean, you know, like I'm kind of with Cardell. It made Jerry Jones upset, so like that's the one positive for me. Outside of that, it's just horrible. Like they have to do something. They got to go on strike at some point. The players got to unify and put their foot down. Like you can't keep getting got like this
at all,
and especially with the brain stuff on the table. And I do agree, if you do sign up and you know the risks, it is what it is. But you should at least be compensated for it. You got pitchers in baseball that work every 5 days. They got $300 million contracts. You can take one hit, and you might not be able to talk anymore. And your $70 million deal is not guaranteed. So, you know, it's just one of those things. We're going to end today on a very controversial topic because anytime these people come up, that's when it starts. So, the Ball family, those not named
Triple
Lonzo,
B's.
Yeah, are headed overseas apparently. They hired Lonzo's agent. They want to try to get the boys overseas. Everybody knows they took the baby boy out of high school for whatever reason. Then, you know, Jello no longer at UCLA. And they want to go overseas. So, Cardell, I know you and I both have similar strong takes on this. I'm going to let you go first. Damo's probably on the other side of this, so we're going to let him go second.
As
and then
always.
we'll finish this up. And, you know, I want to thank you guys for tuning in as well. So let's try to get through this highly controversial part as quickly as possible.
Okay, so I mean, you asked me how I feel about it.
Yes, sir.
I mean,
Triple
I think
B season.
it's a joke. I think LeVar's he's doing what he always does when he don't get his way. He's running, and he's teaching his boys to do the same thing. I mean, he didn't have the talent, so I think he's using them to try to kind of strong arm his way to do what he want to do. And it's not right. That's not basketball. And especially for guys like young players like his sons that need a lot of development. You know what I mean? You really think it's that easy to just go overseas and just sit in and everything, and you gonna just play together, and the coach is gonna give you minutes, and it don't work like that. You practice 3 times a day, 6 days a week. You playing against grown men that don't care about you. You playing for coaches that don't care about you. Because what a lot of people don't know, when you're American, you come over there to go to work. Like, they not bring you over there to just blend in. They come over to bring you over there to dominate. These boys can dominate levels they're at. And I don't want to hear about all this 30-point stuff that LaMelo was doing. If you shoot 50 shots, you should be able to get 30, I would think. You know, most people should be able to do that. You know, so they need a lot of development. And here's some interesting stats for, you know, the people out there who want to be on that BBB BS crap or whatever, just stand up for those players and whatnot. The last game they played in Chino Hills, D'Angelo and LaMelo, they lost them out of day. Here was they shot 28% from the field as a team, 26 for 85. The Ball boys shot 65 of those shots.
Sheesh.
D'Angelo was 9 for 32. LaMelo was 8 for 33. Combined to shoot 26% from the field. And they both combined to shoot 13 for 46 from three-point range. That's not going to fly overseas. That's not going to fly in no pro system, especially with grown men who ain't about to just give you the ball, move out the way. You get to shoot as many times as you want, and cherry pick on defense, and then not act like you want to win this game. LaMelo finished with 28 points. How many shots I just said? He took 33.
Mm-hmm.
So he got 28 points out of 33 shots. That's horrible. That like what world are we living in where you think that's going to translate to the pros? And I even go fast fine. Y'all saying that's high school. That's that last high school game they played, by the way, because they lost, and obviously he took them out of school. D'Angelo went to UCLA before he wanted to steal some shades and stuff like that in China, but that's a whole different story. Okay, fine. Let's go to the AAU circuit. They played against some local kids that we know pretty good. Team BBC, Manuel Quickly and Montez Mathis. Manuel Quickly gave that boy 23 in the first half. They was up 53-43, and that's when LeVar Ball quit because they couldn't deal with him. He took him off the court, talking about the female ref and whatever. Nah, they was just getting roasted. That's what that was. My point is, LeVar, I feel like he's trying to live through his son. And let's be for real, if Lonzo wasn't in the league, he wouldn't be trying to do this. He couldn't do any of this. He wouldn't have any leverage. So all this is based off his son. What is he trying to accomplish? And is it really helping his son in the long run? That's my question. That's what he supposedly said that he was getting involved with this in the first place for, to help his son and his family find. So how is this helping his sons thinking you're going to go to a professional team overseas, demanding they play together, and let's say some miracle happens, they do get signed, they still going to have to earn their minutes and everything like that. So what's going to happen when the coaches be like, nah, you got to earn your minutes, you ain't good enough to play or whatnot? What he going to do, take them off the team? What he gonna do? Bucket the coaches said I need a coach and everything like that. It's a different type of game over there. They get at LeVar in different ways. So I just think it's a joke, and I think it's disrespectful to all the pros and stuff that's really grinding, really got the resume, really are worthy of trying to get overseas and earn those jobs. But that's just me.
Damo,
those stats you just that was because I was looking at
sobering,
this whole
right?
time. It was. I was like, wow.
Yeah.
But, Cardell, because I love you, I always hit you up when it comes to basketball talk because your eye for basketball is crazy. I really feel like LaMelo on the offensive end, he's very talented. Now, me, when it comes to basketball, I feel like there are two different sides of the game. I feel like there's the talent that you can't teach, and then there's the game, the side of the game where, coaching comes in, such as, ball movement, moving without the ball, doing the little stuff. I feel like LaMelo does not have that, but the things you cannot teach that he does very well. I feel like his jump shot is amazing. Really? I feel like his jump shot, like what I've seen, I feel like if he gets a coach that can harness that in, and that's where when you said his father was hurting him by doing all of this stuff, I think you have a great point. I didn't think about it from that angle because you're gonna have coaches that are gonna say, yeah, you have to come over here and earn your minutes. So I feel like his upraising and the things he's going through now, having these Lamborghinis, being on the commercials, being spoiled before he actually earned his stay and wherever he's going, I feel like that can hurt him. But I feel like he has the tools that if he can harness all of that in and he gets a coach that's not going to play with him and he accepts that, I feel like he has the tools to be a very good player. That's just my opinion, though.
Why you think his father took him out of Chino Hills? That's what that new coach said.
Right.
You're not going to be shooting you're not going to shoot
right.
30 shots in a game. You want to tone that down.
Mm-hmm.
So somebody try to coach your son, we take him out to school.
Right.
He don't messing it up. He coming in here messing it up. You know what LeVar is.
But look at it from on the basketball court, talent-wise. What do you think of him? LaMelo. Now, this is LaMelo. LaAngelo, I don't really pay too much attention to LaMelo.
That man that answer?
No, I do, because I love his opinion.
Go ahead.
I love his opinion. I want to hear this.
When I saw him play, I said he's a poor man's Steph Curry. Now,
exactly.
When I say Steph Curry, it ain't exactly. You missing what I'm saying. Poor man's Steph Curry, meaning when Steph Curry is off,
mm-hmm.
and he has those 1 for 10 3-point shooting nights and everything like that, that's what LaMelo looks like. That's not. There's so many holes in this game. Physically, he's not ready over there. He's only $160.
Nah, I got you.
There's so many holes in the game. He plays no defense.
Right.
He don't even know how to guard. Why do you think Lonzo's struggling?
But that's why I said if he can get a coach to harness that in. Because I feel like Steph Curry, when I tell my kids on the AAU circuit, I tell them, don't be Steph Curry. Because a lot of kids see Steph Curry making these splashy threes, this, that, and think they can just do that and think that's really basketball. No, Steph Curry really worked hard to attain that talent. He really worked hard for what he's doing. Everybody can't do that.
I feel what you're saying, but here's what my beef with LeVar is. He won't allow them to be coached.
Right.
Just like LiAngelo, he fucked up overseas, okay?
Mm-hmm.
He stole. This is part of becoming a grown man. When you mess up, you own up to your actions.
Consequences.
But because they're going to suspend him until the second semester or whatever like that, no, man, look, he apologized and everything. He apologized. He don't deserve that. Why he got sit on and everything like that? Dog, he almost caused an international incident that almost got his boy locked up in China. What are you talking about?
Lucky he came back with his fingers.
And then the coaches still cool enough to let him come back. Most coaches like, oh, you sit for the rest of the year if you don't get kicked off the team out of school, period. And he's not even that good. Let's be for real. I've seen him play too. But, bro, he cherry picks and shoot jobbers. He can shoot a little bit. But he don't defend either. As big as he is, he don't rebound. He don't make plays for others. These guys were in a system where they can look better than what they are. And they were playing against high school kids who a lot of times in high school, they don't adjust like they need to get the win. In college, they cut all that cute stuff out. You're not going to be cherry picking and everything like that. There's going to be guys back there waiting for you. Hell, you can cherry pick all you want. There's guys that'll run you down and grab you out the air and go back the other way. Then clean up. That's what it's a different level. So with all these holes in this game and the fact that LeVar has refused to let his sons get coached, how is he going to improve? You taking away his last 2 years of high school. Lonzo got all of that, even a year under his belt at UCLA, and look how he's struggling in the league.
Look, man.
So how? And he's the best out of all three. So how? You sure? Are you kidding me?
He want to get them all on LA.
Foreign country, play on an international game with a lot of those systems over there. They don't even cater to certain players. It's strictly system basketball. Wilson, I showed you some of the plays, because I'm at scout school. It's nasty.
Hey, you know where I'm at this whole time. I'm
not
even chiming in.
There's a lot of people that are talking. They don't really understand the dynamics
I'm on the side of reason.
International basketball compared to here. Even in the NBA, you want to get it because it's just overall talent. Over there, it's a lot of systems, systematic basketball and whatnot. They will tear you about the shred.
You don't think the coaches over there will look at the money? Because I feel like wherever they go, they're going to know what they're getting. You
don't understand. It's not America. They don't care.
Right.
They don't need them. Like, this where you messed up in America. People might care. You know how you care? They don't care over there.
LaMelo's tough to me.
No, I can't say the word.
Raw.
Listen, I can't say the word because it's on air. But you're just a dumb whatever over there. You're an ugly American. They don't care. And then you're below an American because you're African American. They don't care.
Definitely.
And then secondly, if you were bringing top 5 talent, maybe you might be worth it. You're not bringing that talent. Lord, you don't have a college resume to where you ate for 4 years. And those dudes barely get that work. You know what I'm saying? So you couldn't eat for 4 years in high school.
Y'all think LaMelo is not that good?
None of them are.
To play overseas?
No, because y'all don't understand.
Overtime, maybe not right now, but you don't think he can overtime?
No, because you're not respecting the levels overseas. You don't know what's over there.
You know how much talent is out there that I can name.
Perfect example. Look at Luka Doncic.
14th in his 2019.
Look at Luka Doncic.
I can name 10 guards in the area that will roast him. Man, are you serious?
And that's what I'm saying. Like,
in this area alone, bro. Look,
overseas is not a game.
Always thinking like you can just play pros based off of offense. Do you know what the pro scouts look at to determine if you're a pro prospect?
If you can guard your position, being one of the first
offense
things.
is not it.
Nah, and that's what I'm saying.
So you don't think he can? You don't think he can get that?
He can't guard his position.
I don't look at him for what he is now. I feel like if he does do what you all saying, but he can.
This is the thing.
You don't think it can happen?
No, because you're skipping the most important part. People that get better work.
You don't think he can do that?
No, because they don't know what work is.
I don't know in person.
No, but it's look at them. They don't know what work is.
I don't pay attention to TV.
Run. It gets tough. Run. It gets tough again. Run.
That's what his father doing to him.
No, but it's what I'm saying. They don't know what work is. You're skipping work. Why did Steph get that good? Because he worked.
He said his father is delusional and disrespectful the whole time. He called out the Lakers coaching staff.
Definitely.
Go down and Google
every one of them is a champion.
Every member of the LA Lakers coaching staff. Their resume would destroy him and his kids' combined athletic accomplishments by one of them. And I'm talking about even the newest one, Miles Simon. The lowest on the total opponent staff is Miles Simon, and he was an All-American at Arizona, bro. Winning national championships with Mike Bibby and them boys, man. Are you serious?
So do you think
on the USA basketball winning gold medals with the top prospects all around? They know what they doing. What they do, he hadn't talking about he need to play more and everything. All he cared about was building that brand. If he don't play in the fourth quarter, guess what? It's hard to build that brand when he ain't playing in money time and stuff like that. But he's not playing in money time because he can't score efficiently and he don't defend.
Nah, he hurts the team on both ends. Go ahead, Dad.
So do you think that since Lonzo, I guess, escaped some of LeVar's tactics, that he can one day be an okay or a solid player?
Lonzo, I'm not. Look, people saying he a bust is way too early.
He's not a bust.
Way too early. But I think Lonzo got potential because see, this is one thing I do like about Lonzo. He impacts the game in a myriad of ways where even if he ain't scored, you still feel him with the rebounding, and he could obviously his strength is passing the ball and making guys better around him. So, and he's big. He's bigger than his brothers. He's 6'6". He's a 6'6" point guard, which makes him versatile. He can play the 1, 2, and 3 as he gets stronger. You know what I'm saying? He just got to learn. People got to understand it takes a while. Look, Jaylen Brown was a dog in high school. Last year, he was just a defensive player. But then this summer, he worked on his game, got his shot right, and look at what he's become. He's obviously in the running for most improved. It takes some guys longer than others, but it depends on how much they want it. His father ain't give this dude no favors talking all that ish about Steph Curry where everybody's hunting him down the league. And you see they hunting that boy, and they haven't even let up.
So why can't LaMelo do that?
Because he skipped all them steps you answered your own question.
And it's overwhelming. Like, it's no breaks for him.
That's where
it's
I'm
already hard enough being a rookie trying to adapt and stuff like that to the point where you just like, that's why they call it a rookie role, because it just hits you like, man, you just fatigued, you tired, you mentally drained. It's a lot thrown at you. And then add in that everybody and their mother coming at you as hard as they can, night in, night out. Come on, man. Like, I just saw, put it this way, I saw Jamal Murray. They won the game, the Nuggets beat him. He dribbled up court, bounced the ball around him on everything to play with him. Just to let him know, like, yeah, we here. And then Julius Randle, the same dude that LeVar called out for not passing the ball, got mad and actually defended him. It's a lot he got to learn, man. Even when he saw his boys getting into scraps and stuff like that, you a rookie, homie. You need to get in that.
Right.
Just to show your teammates that you involved with that. I know, but all he did was expose that he ain't built that way. Oh, you soft on top of that. Oh, we got this kid. That speaks weakness. I would look at all that. Anybody that play ball, no, they would look at all that. Oh, we got him.
Mm-hmm.
So it's a lot he needs to learn. And LeVar talking about, I know what's best for my son. If he knew what's best for your son, he would be even more complete and ready to play for the NBA right now if he did. And so and the thing is, he couldn't have these tackles because there wasn't a player before. There wasn't a son that made it to a high level before Lonzo. We didn't know who the hell he was until Lonzo started showing signs of moving up the draft boards during his freshman year at UCLA. There was nothing about LeVar Ball or not.
So do you not salute LeVar Ball for all this?
Nah, for some of
it. Forgetting his kids to these points?
Like I told you before we started, you give him credit for the positive things, but you got to give him credit for the stupid things.
Did he get his kids to this point?
Not necessarily.
Did God give him talent get him to this
point? No, not saying like literally he got them to this point, but he's a big part of the hype, and the hype has helped a little bit.
He's homie.
I wouldn't even say help, but
he's a father, dog. Look.
Tiger, same like Tiger Woods,
There's a lot of other top draft picks that's going to work and making a lot of noise and stuff like that, hoping their team win. You don't see their fathers and mothers out here barking and stuff like that. Even Kyrie, they interview Kyrie and Boston and whatnot, and they try to get his father. His father was like, man, it's about my son. It ain't about me. I ain't going to do this interview. And they said that on air. Doris Burke said that on air. That Bama got championships and stuff like that. He ain't about me. It's about my son. I'm here to support my son.
Same thing with Dale.
That's what's irritating. That's what's hurting him.
Steph Dad, you don't never hear Steph Dad. Like, and that's the thing. If 5 years from now he is what he is, that's good, and we'll give him the credit. But my whole thing is everybody's allowing this stuff and just jumping to conclusions, not doing a research of what overseas is like. There's a reason some people rather stay in the G League, knowing it's a chance to get to the league, because you go over there, sometimes you're not coming back. And there's so many different levels to playing over there. People like, oh, you overseas. People don't know there's like 30 leagues.
Yeah, so
people look at China and be like, people look at China and think that it matters. If you're playing in China, it's pretty much a wrap for you.
And guess what? When you sign a contract overseas, let's say the NBA do call, it's not as easy as just saying, all right, I'm out.
That's the buyout, right?
Yeah, right.
Buyout price is $675,000, bro. So that's the average. So it ain't going to be that easy. Now, I don't think it will be that much for them because they aren't proven if they get signed over there. But at the same time, it's not that damn easy. And then on top of that, you come over here, fine, you go over there, whatever you sign. Negro, y'all not getting invited to the NBA Combine with the top pro. They're like, y'all not doing that. You see what I'm saying? Like, it's a lot that goes into that. Y'all not doing that. Who going to get y'all a workout? If you don't get a Combine, who going to get you a workout with NBA teams? Why are they going to waste their resources to bring you in to see you play? And you couldn't even dominate high school like that. You didn't even get on the floor for college or whatever like that.
Stuff.
Now, I have a question for Cardell and Wilson. Do you think LeVar Ball is like the modern day like father of Tom Marinovich, the USC quarterback, the robo quarterback? Because that's what I think he is. I know my history a little bit. I think he is with social media and just a new brand. Like, I'm trying to train him. And the only difference is he actually got his son to, I guess, the main goal. Well, then Tom Marinovich did make the NFL as well. He just didn't pan out.
The Williams finals was probably crazy.
But
too.
even then, he fell back at the time. And that's a different type of sport. There's no teammates in tennis.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? That's a totally different type of. You can talk crazy in tennis. It's your kid versus somebody else's kid. On the basketball court, it's 5-on-5. Totally different. And even then, at a certain time, he stopped. Like, you can't, like, at some point, you got to just fall back. So, like, even when, I get you, like, there's some good LeVar's done. But to me, the negative outshines the good.
Think so?
I think it does a lot. So, the kid that made the NBA played in college. You took the baby kid out of high school. The next kid didn't even get through 1 year of college.
Didn't even play a game.
But listen, the one that made it through a whole year of college. That doesn't make sense.
So if he didn't take them out of UCLA and he wasn't,
I might feel differently because you be playing college basketball.
right.
But he's not. So we can't talk about ifs.
'Cause I feel like
all that's out the window.
It comes back to proving yourself. That's what he's trying to skip. That's the negative.
Right,
He's
I
trying to
agree.
skip all
And
that
that's like the
I agree.
biggest step.
I agree.
Without
You just had to
earning
lead a
it.
kid in school.
What did he say yesterday? His goal is to get all his kids on the Lakers.
I mean, I don't care what he
It has to
say,
be
it's
some
just not
substance behind
realistic.
it. The reason why Lonzo was the number 2 pick,
Why?
because he proved it throughout the year.
Agreed.
And that's the substance. It was a strong foundation. You can get behind it. It's a body of work. It's
They
not
have
somebody
no body
talking
of work
ish about
right
Michael
now.
Jordan,
The
and
other two.
Steph Curry, and LeBron
None.
James, and all these guys like that, just to draw attention to themselves and say, "My son's gonna do this."
Right.
So I ain't listening to me. I told you it was gonna happen.
It's all about the brand with
I
him.
told you.
The
But
money.
but this is what I'm saying. People are confusing brand, like using brand in the wrong sense.
And why you say that?
Okay, so would Jordan's brand have this staying power if he wasn't who he was?
Jordan didn't get his brand until he was in the NBA.
No. But listen, but he earned it. That's what I'm saying.
Right, I agree.
Because that's all I'm saying. There was a body of work. There's no body of work. Therefore, your brand means nothing.
Guess what?
Just like us putting in this work.
You ain't gonna go, Jordan. We're
Gotta
gonna keep somebody
put
closer
the
than
work.
us. LeBron
I mean,
James, $90 million out of high school
I
with
was
a
just
Nike
thinking that.
contract. He ain't playing NBA game. Why? Because that dude literally dominated
Since middle
all the
school.
top
But
prospects
but
all
again,
throughout high
you
school. It
said since
wasn't
what,
close.
middle school?
It was
Since forever.
undisputed. He was the best in
His
the
body of
country.
work, though.
He's a once in a generation
Middle
talent.
school.
It was a body of work.
Like
We
He
said that about Ben
warranted that.
Simmons yesterday.
But that's what I'm saying. The body of work. Like, this is the body of work. He's skipping. There's no body of work.
Man.
And you expect to go overseas where people got 4-year resumes. There's
At
you
least.
you didn't even complete your high school resume. So like, if you have a resume, you the ball kids right now. One of them is you were a sophomore in high school.
So y'all don't think he would get out he would, if they go overseas, I doubt he would be overseas with them. So you don't think that will force
Who,
them to
LeVar?
grow
He has to be over
from
there.
boys to
Nah,
men?
No,
Will be
they're
over there.
babies. He
No,
has to be
Russell
over
is
there.
It's a culture
No,
shock.
he
It's
has
like,
to be over there.
You don't read. They don't know how to. Wherever
That's even
country
more
they go
baby
to,
in them.
They don't know the language. They don't know
That's
how to
different.
drive down them. They don't know how to get down the street. They
But
don't know the laws.
then you,
Like,
LiAngelo, how old is
come on.
LiAngelo?
Leangelo's
17.
17 at 18?
No, even if he was 18, that's another
no,
country.
That's a different story then.
19, 20
Oh, my bad,
years old.
19,
He's
20.
over.
All right, so he a
6'7",
grown
6'6".
man.
No, he's not.
He's not a grown man, but he's a man.
No, a grown man would still be enrolled at UCLA. Trying to get your body of work in
Yeah.
for your resume
And
to get to the next
that's
step.
what's gonna
That's
happen.
your
I
job
agree,
interview.
but he wanna go overseas.
No.
I don't think he
One of them
wanted to
didn't
go.
want to.
And
He
it
had
might
to.
be
didn't want
wrong,
to.
but one of them be like, look, Pops, we love you,
He might.
but we taking it
No.
from
Never
here.
know.
He
He
didn't
made a
want to.
decision. Now he overseas. College not for everybody.
No, but it's
They
what I'm
make it so go
Look,
to college.
Just real quick.
4 years,
No, just
1
real-
year,
just
do
real
this,
quick.
do that. He making
And
another
look,
route.
That sounds good
Hell,
when you're
making
that
another
good.
route?
He's not that
He's
good.
going another route. He
No,
not
no.
going to the college route.
Okay, but you're not thinking about a logical standpoint. This is not Marvin Bagley. This ain't a top 10 pick. This ain't a top 15 pick. This ain't a top 20 pick.
Hard
You're
work
not
beats
work-
talent when Tyler does not want to work hard. You
Well,
don't think?
you just
How
described
long
the
do you
ball-
think?
no,
How
no,
long
real
do you
quick.
all think he
No,
would
no,
be
time out.
overseas?
Hey, no,
bro?
real quick. You
Nah,
just
yeah.
described the Ball family.
What you mean?
When what doesn't work hard?
I agree right now, but y'all don't think at some time they can develop that? All right, I gotta stop BSing. I gotta put this work in.
But real
Right
quick,
now, I agree with
nah,
everything
do me a
y'all
favor,
saying.
Do me a favor.
Have you
You
seen
can
these
Google
dudes play, man? Have
at
you
least
seen
50
LiAngelo play?
people right now across all the
Oh, I'm not
sports.
talking about LiAngelo when I'm speaking too. I'm mainly speaking on LaMelo. I'm mainly centered around
And he
LaMelo
got
when I
destroyed
speak.
by Quickly, and Quickly and the boys is playing with him, man.
He
I
did.
seen Quickly when he's serious, man. He was playing with those boys. He was watching it online.
Yeah, I
And they
definitely
made him
was.
quit. He was playing with those boys. It's the reason why he's going to Kentucky, a.k.a. NBA Prep University.
Mm-hmm.
And it's the reason why this dude was about to ride the bench at UCLA in his freshman year, keeping in the buck. And and his coach and his father trying to basically navigate a way where he could try to be an NBA draft order.
You talking about
It's the reason
LiAngelo?
why I got the scout's info, man. Like, no, he wasn't even on the damn list, not even the extended list, bro. They weren't even paying attention to him.
And that's what I'm saying. People get excited about stuff they don't get. Like, there's a process to the stuff behind the curtain.
Do you know who's overseas from here, man? It's former all of college, all of Americans. It's like
definitely.
dudes that murdered in college. Dog, Jimmy Fredette can't stick in the league.
We were just talking about that.
Overseas,
and he can't even play in the Euro League. He's in China.
I heard he's doing pretty good over there, though.
But that's a pickup game.
He can't play
I heard.
in the Euro League.
Brandon Jennings is in China right now, man. Brandon Jennings, he was just in the league last year. You really think they gonna just go over there and kill?
Didn't he go to China? Didn't he go overseas for instead of college?
And he didn't do good when he went over there.
And what pick was he?
Because of his body and work in high school, he finished high school.
And guess my point, and that's my point.
He was
playing basketball.
He was.
He was crazy.
Okay.
I had the Slam magazine on my wall and everything.
And bringing up Brandon Jennings and Moutier have nothing in common with these kids right now. That's what I'm saying. Like, people keep reaching for these other things.
Because they put the work in, right?
Yes.
So starting today, who's to say they won't? LaMelo.
They don't know how.
Won't put the. And I agree.
But did
how
Jello
do we
even
know
get
that,
that UCLA off his merit or off Lonzo's merit?
And that's why I don't believe any of this.
I'm speaking of LaMelo specifically.
Thank you.
Yeah, it was a package deal, definitely. And
that's all I'm saying. So it's like, again, you had no reason to do all of these things. It was about the boys. So-and-so, what's it called? The baby should still be in high school trying to figure things out so he can get ready for college. You skipping steps. And the most talented one followed all his steps. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? So if you had that as the blueprint, why are you not following it?
I don't know.
When that's the most talented one. You know what I'm saying?
And then his father is allowing the nonsense.
Nah, Lonzo.
Like, you expect a kid, if a coach get on your kid, come home with an attitude, that's when the parents step in like, he's right. You're going to put that work in and earn it. Like, we ain't having that. LeVar, what he does, man, the coach said, I'm talking about I can't shoot like I shoot. Oh, he's crazy. We got a blueprint here. Who do you think he is? I'm going to pull you out of school.
So
you're helping this kid.
So LaMelo's game, period.
It's irrelevant.
Let's talk basketball, like the court.
We only got a couple minutes.
Put him on the court.
Just on the court, like everything's irrelevant.
That's part of it. I've been on the court the whole time. That's you trying to take it elsewhere because you don't like what I'm hearing. Overseas, when he messed up and
I agree.
And the coach get on him, what are he gonna do now?
That's if he
I don't know. I want to see it happen. I don't speak about what I don't know yet. LaMelo's raw as ever.
You just contradicted yourself. You don't speak on what you don't know.
He got it.
You up here saying that you think he gonna kill or do work overseas or something. He gonna improve. You don't know that.
I said what if?
And right now the proof we got is saying nah.
What if? He's very raw.
This is what I'm saying. Like I told you before, I don't live in ifs because these kids show me that they don't know what hard work is already. So why should I care about it if? You got to prove to me that if.
Yeah, definitely, and I agree.
But that's what I'm saying. So that's why I don't factor that in. It doesn't matter. Like, live in reality right now. Like, and that's the other thing. This is the pros. This is your dream. For your dream, you're not going to put in your work.
LaMelo a junior right now. He can get better.
Listen to what I'm saying.
You ain't got time to wait for him to get better. You got to be ready now. That's what the pros are about.
And you accelerated this now because you took him out. You took the opportunity to get better quietly and slowly away from him.
I agree, but I'm not going to doubt him. I'm not going to doubt him.
I mean, that's cool.
Well, hey, man, you get a jersey, you can rock on them, baby. Pay for them. If he gets signed overseas, you can watch and support him, baby. But you going to be the only one.
If this father could fall back a little bit, a lot, actually.
Oh, okay, sure.
And he put his head in the books.
Just so Luke Walton, he don't know what he's talking about.
I agree, but forget the father, forget LiAngelo.
But you can't forget him because that's who they are. He runs in every time.
Yeah, and they said he's been like this since they were younger.
But that's what I'm saying. You're talking about variables that can't change. You're talking about forget him. You can't forget him.
You don't know.
That's it.
You don't speak on stuff you don't know about, right?
That's it.
Man,
like that's a big part of all that.
It is. It is. It's a very big part.
We don't even know if the kid wanted to leave school because the kid hasn't talked.
The middle kid,
yes.
Jello.
Only one person
talk. He talked on Today's show.
They just had an interview like
today.
2 days ago.
No pun intended.
And he said he stole because his friend stole, right?
That was terrible. I'm not really a fan of the middle one anyway, really.
The mailbag went a little bit longer this week, but we had a blast. We'll be back next week, same time. I knew this was going to happen when I saw that topic on the list.
B's.
Gotta know what the Dom
gosh,
show.
Man. But
shout out Lonzo.
Yeah.
Shout out Lonzo.
It's the only one I will acknowledge. It's a single B.
Trevor.
Nah, that's the only one who did work for me to acknowledge.
Yeah.
That's it. Everyone else is irrelevant. Shout out to their mom, Tina. That's about it. Outside of that, I ain't got time for that. Cardell, thanks for calling in.
Shout out Mrs. Ball.
Yeah, Mrs. Ball. You know what I'm saying? Wish her continued good
shout
health.
Out, man, you gotta get a 5, a little bit of props.
I will do no such thing.
We're not doing
Cause a lot of kids, I'm working with, and I watch over, and I mentor. He got a father in his life, a black father that's doing what he's doing.
You're jumping all over the place with this.
Doing what he
Look,
doing.
you jumping everywhere with this. Just stop.
Doing what he's doing, man.
Hey, we want to thank y'all for tuning in. We'll be back next week on
doing what
Tuesday.
he's doing, man.
Want to thank Damo, thank Jarrell for coming
Stay
in.
tuned.
Hey, Cardell, thank you.
Stay tuned.
And we're not gonna mess with these dudes for at least another calendar year. Good God. I had something else to do tonight. It's gone now. I knew it was about to happen. Thank y'all for tuning in, though. All right, Cardell.
You know what? Now I'm on a triple B.